That polite way you answer the phone? The one you've used your entire life? It might be the most dangerous thing you do all day. You pick it up, you hear a friendly voice, ask a simple question like, "Can you hear me okay?" And you give the simple automatic answer. It seems so harmless, so natural. But that one word you're about to say is a key. And in the wrong hands, it's a key that can be used to open your financial accounts and authorize charges you never agreed to. You think it's just a conversation, but it's something else entirely. It's called the yes trap, and it's a stunningly effective scam that works by stealing the sound of your own voice. The goal isn't to sell you anything or trick you into giving up your credit card number on the call. The goal is much simpler and faster, to record you saying the word yes. Once they have that single powerful word, they can hang up, and for them, the mission is a complete success. By the time you finish this video, you will know exactly how to spot this trap, how to shut it down instantly, and the one single word you can use to protect yourself and everyone you care about. So let's pull back the curtain on how this really works. The phone rings, you answer, and a perfectly friendly voice asks you something designed to get a yes before you can even think. "Is this Margaret? Can you hear me?" You say yes, and then click. The line goes dead. You probably shake your head thinking it was a bad connection or a robocall system that messed up. But here's the thing. That wasn't a failure. That was a success. That silence you heard wasn't a mistake. It was the sound of a machine capturing your voice. See, the scam uses a 1-2 punch of technology. First, they use something called caller ID spoofing, which makes the call look like it's coming from a local number, maybe even from your own town. That's to get you to lower your guard and answer in the first place. The moment you say yes, a second piece of automated software goes to work. It's called a voice clipper. Its only job is to instantly isolate that single word from the conversation, clip the audio, and save it as a clean digital file. That file is your voice print, and it's about to become a weapon. And here's where the trap closes. That recorded clip of your voice saying yes is now a fraudulent digital key. The scammers take it and use it in automated phone systems to authorize charges on your behalf. Think about how many companies, your cable provider, your phone company, your credit card company, use automated menus where you're asked to say yes to confirm a charge or agree to new services. They now have a perfect recording of you doing just that. That silence wasn't a bad connection. That was the machine deciding your voice was a valuable asset worth stealing. This isn't a clumsy, random operation. It's a sophisticated, high-volume system designed to harvest thousands of these voice signatures every single day, specifically by exploiting the ingrained habit of being polite. Let me tell you about Barbara. She's a 72-year-old retired teacher from Ohio. One afternoon, while she was out in her garden, her cell phone rang. The caller ID showed a local area code, so she wiped the dirt from her hands and answered. It was a pleasant woman's voice, and she simply asked, "Is this Barbara?" Without a second thought, Barbara replied with the most natural answer in the world, "Yes." The second she said it, the line went dead. She was annoyed for a moment, thinking it was just another telemarketer with a faulty dialer, and went right back to her weeding. Barbara is a smart, careful person. She shreds her mail, uses different passwords online, and never gives out personal information over the phone. So she thought nothing more of that strange, brief call. But 2 weeks later, she was looking over her cable bill and saw a charge she didn't recognize. It was for $49.95, a recurring monthly fee for a premium sports channel package she had absolutely no interest in and had never ordered. She immediately called her cable company to dispute the charge, absolutely certain it was a simple mistake on their end. The company, however, was just as certain the charge was valid. The fraud department told her they had a recording of the authorization, and then they played it for her. Over the phone, Barbara heard her own voice, clear as day, saying that one single word. Yes. The scammers had used her stolen voice signature to call her cable company's automated system and authorize the new package. The charge was real, the voice was hers, and the trap, which had been set 2 weeks earlier with a seemingly innocent question, had been sprung. Her politeness had been turned into a tool for theft, and it left her feeling powerless. And Barbara is not alone. Far from it. This isn't just a few isolated incidents. Elder fraud is a massive, growing industry. According to the FBI's 2023 Internet Crime Complaint Center report, victims over the age of 60 reported staggering losses of over $3.4 billion in a single year. Imposter scams, just like this one, are one of the most common and effective ways they operate. These aren't small-time criminals. They are organized operations using technology to run scams at an incredible scale, targeting millions of people with the hope of trapping thousands. The technology has made these scams terrifyingly efficient. It's the combination of caller ID spoofing to appear trustworthy and the automated voice clipping software that makes it a numbers game. They can make tens of thousands of calls an hour, but the real dark genius of this scam isn't the tech, it's the psychology. It's built to exploit a lifetime of good manners. The questions are intentionally simple and disarming. Is this John? Am I speaking with Susan? They are designed to be answered with a yes before your brain has a chance to switch from its polite, automatic mode to its cautious, critical thinking mode. So if the trap is this sophisticated and this fast, how do you possibly defend against it? You fight back with a simple, powerful rule that stops the entire scam in its tracks. You build a shield that's even easier to use than the scam is to fall for. Are you ready? We call it the confirmation shield. It's a simple, conscious rule that you put in place starting today. You never, ever say the word yes to an unsolicited caller for any reason. That's it. That's the core of the defense. You make a personal commitment to remove that one word from your vocabulary when speaking to anyone you weren't expecting a call from. This one change is the single most powerful thing you can do because it denies the scammers the only thing they're after. It's your first and best line of defense. Here's why it works so perfectly. The entire scam hinges on getting a clean, clear audio recording of you saying that one specific word. They need yes. They can't use uh-huh or yep or that's me in an automated system. It has to be the universal confirmation word. So, when you deny them that word, you deny them their weapon. The confirmation shield works because it breaks the scam at the most critical point, the harvest. You're not trying to outsmart them or figure out if the call is real or fake. You're simply refusing to hand over the key they need. So let's build the full protocol. It's 3 easy steps. First, as we said, you make the commitment, never say yes to an unknown caller. Second, you replace that word with phrases that give you control. If they ask, "Can you hear me?" you respond with, "I can hear you perfectly." You've answered their question without giving them the word. If they ask, "Is this Barbara?" you don't confirm or deny. You take control of the conversation by asking a question back. Who is calling? This immediately puts them on the back foot. And now for the third and final step of the protocol. This is the one-word stopper that fulfills the promise of this video. What if they are persistent and you feel you must confirm who you are? Is there a single word that's safe? Yes, there is. The word is speaking. If a caller asks, "Is this Barbara?" and you reply, "Speaking," you have confirmed your identity without saying the magic word they need to record. It's polite, it's definitive, and it's completely useless to them. It is the perfect replacement. Speaking. It's the one word that stops them cold. I know what some of you might be thinking. It feels rude, doesn't it? Not answering a simple question directly goes against everything we were taught. And that feeling of wanting to be polite and cooperative is exactly what the scammers are counting on. They have turned your good manners into an attack surface. You have to understand, protecting yourself isn't rude. It's necessary. You are not dealing with a polite person on the other end of the line. You are dealing with a sophisticated piece of software designed to rob you. Your only sensible response is to refuse to play their game. But what if you already did it? What if you're watching this video and a cold feeling is dawning on you because you remember a strange call last week where you said yes and the line went dead? First, take a breath. Do not panic and do not feel ashamed. These are professional manipulators. Their entire job is to be smarter than your defenses. Being targeted doesn't mean you're gullible. It means you are exactly the kind of good, trusting person these systems are designed to find and exploit. You did nothing wrong. So, here's what you do right now. The recovery plan is simple and concrete. First, for the next few months, you need to monitor all of your accounts. Bank accounts, credit cards, phone, and utility bills, like a hawk. Check them daily online if you can. You're looking for any unauthorized charges, no matter how small. Scammers often start with tiny charges to see if they go unnoticed. Second, immediately place a free fraud alert on your credit report. You only need to contact one of the 3 major bureaus like Experian or Equifax, and they will notify the others. And third, and this is very important, file a report with the Federal Trade Commission. You can do it online at a very simple web address, reportfraud.ftc.gov. This does two things. It creates an official record of the attempt on you, which can help if you need to dispute charges later. But more importantly, it provides federal law enforcement with the data they need to track these operations, build cases, and shut these scammers down. By taking these steps, you are moving from being a potential victim to being part of the solution. You are reclaiming your control. Now, take a moment. You have this knowledge. You understand the threat, and you have the shield to protect yourself. But who in your life doesn't? Who is the first person who came to mind when we started talking about this? Is it your mother, your father, a grandparent, a neighbor, or a close friend who is just too trusting for their own good? Picture them right now, answering their phone with a friendly, unsuspecting hello. Picture them falling into this trap because nobody ever told them not to. These are the people who need this information most. The call to action today isn't to like or subscribe, it's to protect someone. You are a protector now. Please take a moment right now and share this video with that person you just thought of. Sending them this link isn't just sharing a video. It's a genuine act of protection. It's handing them a shield you know they need. It could save them from a world of trouble and heartache. Your voice is yours and yours alone.